Imagine standing up to the one person who's controlled your entire life, only to face a new enemy who thinks they can break you. My mother disowned me for choosing love, but when my mother-in-law tried to bulldoze my marriage, I turned my pain into power and made her regret ever crossing me. This is the story of how I got my revenge, and it feels so good. If you've ever dreamed of serving cold, hard justice to someone who wronged you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and buckle up for one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. Trust me, you're not ready for this. 1. Let's dive in. Growing up, my life wasn't my own. My mother, she wasn't the yelling, screaming type. No, her control was quieter, sharper, like a blade you don't see until it's already cut you. Every choice I made, my clothes, my friends, my dreams, was either a shining trophy for her parenting or a shameful failure I'd forced her to endure. I was her project, her doll, dressed up to reflect her perfection, my good grades, her triumph, my mistakes, her tragedy. I spent my childhood chasing her approval, my stomach twisting every time her lips pursed in that familiar, disappointed frown. But then I met Jake. Jake was different. His warm brown eyes saw me, not the polished version my mother had sculpted, but the real me, quiet, a little awkward, fiercely loyal. For the first time, I felt like I could breathe. Our late-night talks, laughing over cheap pizza in his tiny apartment, felt like freedom. He didn't care that I wasn't perfect. He loved me for it. My mother, she hated him. Jake wasn't good enough. His job as a graphic designer was unambitious. His family was common. Every dinner with her became a battlefield. Her words dripping with venom. You could do better, dear. Don't settle for this. I'd sit there, hands clenched under the table, my heart pounding as I tried to defend the man I loved. Things came to a head when I told her Jake and I were getting married. I can still see her face, those cold, narrowed eyes, her lips a tight line. You're throwing your life away, she said, her voice low and sharp, like she was stating a fact. If you marry him, you're not my daughter anymore. The room felt like it was shrinking. My chest tightened, my throat burned, and for a moment, I was that scared little girl again, desperate for her approval. But then I looked at her, really looked, and saw the truth. She didn't love me, she loved controlling me. And I was done. Then I guess I'm not your daughter anymore, I said. My voice shook, but I meant every word. I walked out, my heart hammering, tears streaming down my face as I closed her front door for the last time. For weeks, I mourned. Not just the loss of my mother, but the loss of the idea of her, the mother I'd always hoped she could be. But with every day that passed, I felt lighter. I was building a life that was mine. I thought I'd escaped the worst. I was wrong. Enter Barbara, my mother-in-law. If my mother was a sculptor, carving me into her image, Barbara was a bulldozer, flattening anything in her path. To her, I was the inferior interloper who'd stolen her precious Jake. She'd show up at our apartment unannounced, her perfume choking the air, and start rearranging my kitchen. Oh dear, she'd say with that fake smile, this place is a mess. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Her comments cut deeper each time. Jake deserves better than this tiny apartment. You're not feeding him properly, are you? Every word was a jab, designed to make me feel small. Jake saw it too, his jaw tightening whenever she spoke, but he hated confrontation. I tried to stay calm, to keep the peace. After all, I just lost my mother. I didn't want to lose his. Family too. The final straw came a few months after our wedding. We'd had a small, intimate ceremony, just us, a few friends, and a quiet beach at sunset. It was perfect. But Barbara, she was furious. She wanted a big, flashy wedding she could control. So without telling us, she planned a second wedding reception at her house. Invitations went out to her friends, her neighbors, people we didn't even know. She demanded we show up, dress up, and play the happy couple for her audience. Was livid. My hands shook as I read the tacky, gold-embossed invitation she'd mailed us. This wasn't about celebrating us, it was about her showing off. Jake and I talked for hours, tears streaming down my face as I explained how this felt like another attempt to control me, to take away something that was ours. He hugged me tight, his voice soft but firm. We don't have to go. This is our life. I called Barbara to tell her we weren't coming. I expected her to argue, but I wasn't prepared for the explosion. "You ungrateful little hussy," she screamed, her voice so loud it crackled through the phone. "After everything I've done for you, you can't even show up to a party. I'm throwing in your honor. Do you know what people will think? They'll think you don't even care about my son." Her words hit like a slap, but this time I wasn't that scared girl. I'd faced my mother. I'd walked away from her control. And in that moment, a wild, almost wicked idea sparked in my mind. I knew exactly how to shut Barbara down. "Barbara," I said, my voice steady as steel, "let me tell you something. My own mother disowned me a few months ago. She said if I married your son, I was nothing to her. She called me a disappointment, said I'd never amount to anything. So when you scream at me, when you try to control my life, my marriage, I just hear her voice." But here's the thing, she was better at it. Her insults were sharper, more creative. "You? You're just a cheap knockoff of the woman I spent my life escaping." The line went silent. I could hear her breathing, short and sharp, like she was choking on her own rage. I pressed on, my heart racing, but my voice cold. "So congratulations, Barbara. You've become her. But I'm not that girl anymore. I have no problem cutting you out of my life too. We won't be at your party. We won't be at your house. Don't call us again. Goodbye." I hung up. My hands were trembling, but a slow, triumphant smile spread across my face. I'd done it. In that moment, I felt a rush like nothing else. Barbara's silence was deafening, her power, her control, shattered in seconds. I'd used the pain my mother caused me, the lessons she'd taught me about narcissists, and turned it into a weapon. Barbara thought she could bulldoze me, but I showed her I was no victim. I was a survivor. Jake hugged me after, his eyes wide with pride. "You were incredible," he said, and for the first time, I believed it. I wasn't just fighting for me, I was fighting for us, for the life we're building together. Barbara's pathetic whispered, "What are you talking about?" Echoed in my mind, and I savored it. She'd underestimated me, and she'd lost. Sometimes the people who hurt you the most give you the tools to fight back. My mother's betrayal broke my heart, but it also taught me how to stand up to people like Barbara. Revenge isn't always about destruction, it's about reclaiming your power, living life on your terms. And let me tell you, that freedom, it's the sweetest victory of all. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or pulled off? Have you ever had to stand up to a controlling family member? Let's talk about it below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more epic Reddit revenge stories just like this one. See you in the next one.